Phil Rucker, I want to play for you and our audience a moment that happened on CNBC on live television earlier today. We'll discuss on the other side.
Think about how the world would be if you tried to quarantine everybody because of the generic type flu. Now, I'm not saying this is the generic type flu, but maybe we'd be just better off if we gave it to everybody, and then in a month it would be over, because the mortality rate of this probably isn't going to be any different if we did it that way than the long-term picture. But the difference is we're wreaking havoc on global and domestic economies.
So tell us where to line up for the coronavirus. That actually, as I said, happened on live television today. And let's just take a flyer and dismiss the idea he's floating there of giving it to everyone. But Phil, as no one needs to remind you, when this guy goes out before a hometown crowd, he has two major talking points. Look what we've done for you on federal judges, and look at the Trump economy. Does this mean, in effect, he'll be down to the one talking point?
He might be, Brian, and that's why the president is so concerned and rattled by this coronavirus story of the last couple of weeks. You know, it would be so easy for him to just stay quiet and say, you know, to the American people, here are the experts that I've appointed to take control of this situation. Listen to them. They're going to talk to you every day. I'm going to give them all the resources that they need, but I'm not going to comment on it. I want you to hear the facts from them. But the president cannot resist from adding his own commentary, adding his own false information. He is no expert in public health or infectious diseases, yet keeps weighing in, and it speaks to his insecurity and anxiety about the economy. He's watching that stock market. He sees it as a barometer for his reelection hopes. He knows if the economy dips over the long haul here over the next few months, that spells disaster for his reelection. And so he's trying to use every tool in his toolkit, including his salesmanship, to reverse the trends that we see playing out every day.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.